Neha Shah from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today I am going to explain you from the subject Signals and System. The topic is Signal Operations from the first unit Introduction to Signals and System. Signal operations may be on the independent variable or it may be on the dependent variable. So starting with signal operations on the dependent variable means on the y-axis. So first operation is amplitude scaling. We can increase the amplitude or we can decrease the amplitude by doing the amplitude scaling. So suppose if we are taking one example as x of t equals to like this, for 0 to infinite this value equals to 1. So this one is considered as the original signal. Now we have to do the scaling on this. Either we have to increase the amplitude or we have to decrease the amplitude by using the amplitude scaling. So for that, first of all we are taking the amplitude increase, means amplification of the signal. So for that we will multiply the term x of t with any constant, like over here we have used the term as a 5. So if we are finding the 5 times x of t, so amplitude will becomes 5 times. So instead of 1 it will becomes 5. So the amplitude will remain 5 for the range 0 to infinite. So this one is the amplified signal and it will be scaled up by a factor of k. Here we have taken the value of k equals to 5. The value of k will be always greater than 1. Now the next one is, if you want to attenuate the signal, means if you want to decrease the signal, so for that we have to multiply the signal by a factor of k, but here we are taking the value of k will be less than 1. Suppose if I am taking the value of k equals to 0.5, so the amplitude of 1 will decreasing up to 0.5. So the signal will be 0.5 times x of t. So this signal will be attenuated signal and it will be scaled down by a factor of k and the value of k will be less than 1. So it will be in the range of 0 to 1. Now the next operation on the dependent variable is addition of the signal. So for that we will taking the number of signal and then we will adding the signal. So for that first of all I am taking the first signal as x1 of t equals to 1 for 0 to infinite, and we are taking the x2 of t equals to 2 for 0 to infinite. Now if I am adding these two signals, so we will adding this two signal as x1 of t plus x2 of t, so the amplitude of it will be added. So 1 plus 2, so it will give you the output equals to 3. So if we are adding this two signal x1 of t and x2 of t, so the term will be 1 plus 2 means 3. So it will give you the output signal as 3 for 0 to infinite. Similarly, if we are doing the next operation as multiplication of this signal, so for that we have to take number of signal and then we will multiply the signal. Suppose if I am taking the signal as x1 of t and x2 of t and we will multiply x1 of t with x2 of t, then the term will be x1 of t into x2 of t. So the value of it will be 1 into 2, means overall it will give you the term as 2 for the entire range. So we have to multiply the signal like this. Now the next operation is on the independent variable, means on the x-axis. So we can do the three operations. The first one is time scaling, time shifting and time inversor or time reversal. So for that first of all I am starting with time shifting. Suppose if we are taking this signal as original signal x of t. So this one is basically triangular signal. If we are taking this as the original signal and we have to shift the signal right side or left side. Suppose if we are taking the term as x of t minus 2. So x of t minus 2 means if we are putting the value of t in this equation, so when it will be same as the original signal x of t. When we are putting the value of t equals to 2 in this equation, so we have to shift this signal plus 2, it means on the right side by a factor of 2. So this will be considered as right shifted signal. It means it will be come after 2 seconds. So it will be considered as time delayed signal. So this operation is considered as time delay and it will be right shift by a factor of number of terms. Suppose here we have taken 2, so it will be shifted by a factor of 2. Similarly, if you want to do shifting in the left side, so it will be considered as advancement in the signal. So it will be considered as time advance and it is considered as left shift of the signal. So in this we have to take x of t plus 1. Suppose if we have taken x of t plus 1 means it will go toward the minus 1. So it will goes in the negative side because when we are taking t equals to -1, then and then only it will be same as the x of t, means original signal. Now the next kind of operation on the independent variable is time scale. Suppose if I am taking the original signal like this, in this if you want to scale up means if you want to increase the signal, it means expand the signal or compress the signal. So for that we have to do the scale. First of all, we have taken the compression. So in this, if we multiplying by any factor, suppose if I am multiplying by a factor of 2, so basically we have to divide in the time by a factor of 2, because if I am taking t equals to 1 by 2, then and then only it will be same as the original signal. So basically if we will multiplying by any factor with t, then it will be considered as a scaled down by a factor of 8. Here the value of k will be greater than 1, and this operation will consider as compression. Now if you want to do the expansion of signal, then we have to divide by a factor of k. So the value of x of t divided by 3 means it will gives you the 3 times of value. So 2 into 3 means it will expand up to 6. So it will be scaled up by a factor of k. Here we have taken the value of k is greater than 1, and this operation will consider as expansion because the original signal is expanded. Now the next operation on the independent variable is time folding, time inversion or time reversal. Suppose if we are taking the original signal like this, so after folding means on the y-axis if we are folding the signal, then its mirror image will be like this. X of t will be, after folding it will look like this. So this operation will be considered as folding of the signal, or this one is the folded signal. So which term will be on the positive side, like on the positive 2, it will be on the negative 2. It means for -2 its value will be same. So after folding it will be look like this. So if you want to well understand this all the operations, so for that we will be solving some example. The example is based on this. Catch the following signal u of minus t plus 1, minus 2 u of t minus 1 and 3 r of t minus 1. In this, first of all we have taken u of t. As you know that the standard u of t means unit step signal will be like this. For t greater than or equals to 0, its value will be 1, and for t less than 0, its value will be 0. So u of t is considered as unit step signal. So in this you can see that u of minus t plus 1 means, minus t means you have to do the folding and plus 1 means you have to shifting the signal. And as and when the number of operations will be in the combined form, so first of all you have to do the shifting, then you have to do the scaling, and at last you have to hold the signal. So we will applying this rule over here. So first of all we will doing the shifting operation. So for that, first of all we will finding u of t plus 1. As I have told you that in this, if it will be in the plus 1 form, so we have to do minus 1 term, right? So we have to shift the signal minus 1. So after shifting the signal minus 1 side, so it will be look like this. It will be left shifted by a term of 1. So it will be shifted by a factor of 1. So this one is u of t plus 1. Now we have to do the folding operation. So the term will be u of minus t plus 1. So after folding, positive part will goes on the negative side and negative part will goes on the positive side. So this one is the final answer of u of minus t plus 1 after folding. Similarly, for solving the second term minus 2 u of t minus 1, here first of all we are starting with standard signal u of t means unit step signal. First of all we are doing the shifting operation u of t minus 1. T minus 1 means we are shifting the signal toward plus 1. So this signal will be shifted plus 1 side, so it will goes on the positive 1 side. So it will be considered as right shifted unit step signal. Now we have to multiply this term by minus 2. U of t minus 1 whole term will be multiplied by minus 2 means we have to do the amplification or attenuation, means we have to do the amplitude scaling. By a factor of minus 2 means the amplitude will becomes minus 2. 1 into minus 2 means minus 2 for t greater than or equals to 1. So this is your final answer by using amplitude scaling. Now the next term is 3 r of t minus 1. So for that, first of all, we are starting with r of t means unit ramp signal. In this, first of all, we will finding r of t minus 1. R of t means it's a ramp signal. In this, only t equals to 1, its value will be 1. For t equals to 2, its value will be 2. So unit ramp signal will be drawn like this. In this, first of all, we will finding r of t minus 1. R of t minus 1 will be found by using minus 1 means plus 1. So it will be shifted toward positive 1 side. So it will be right shifted signal by a factor of 1. So this one is r of t minus 1. Just we have to shift this signal and it will be starting from 1 instead of from 0. Now this r of t minus 1 will be multiplied by a factor of 3. So we have to multiply this signal by an amplitude of 3. So 1 into 3 means t and 2 into 3 means 6. So its amplitude will increase, so its slope will be in the increasing form. So this one is the final answer of 3 r of t minus 1 after amplitude scaling by a factor of 3. Now the next example is sketch the waveform of the following signal x of t equals to u of t plus 1 minus 2 u of t plus u of t minus 1. So to solve this example, starting with the standard signal u of t means unit step signal, and the value of unit step signal is 40 greater than or equals to 0, its value will be 1. Now we have to find out the value of u of t plus 1. Plus 1 means this signal will be shifted toward minus 1. Just we have to shift toward minus 1 by a factor of 1. So it will be left shifted by a factor of 1. Then we have to find out u of t minus 1. T minus 1 means we have to shift toward plus 1 side. So unit step signal will be shifted toward plus 1 side. So it will be right shifted signal by a factor of 1. Now if we are adding these three terms u of t plus 1, u of t minus 1 and minus 2 of u of t means minus 2 times this signal means 1 into minus 2. 1 into minus 2 means minus 2 for t greater than or equals to 0. So if we add this three terms, so you can see that for the range of minus 1 to 0, this term will be 0, this term will be 1 and this term will be 0. So 1 plus 0 plus 0. So its answer will be 1 for the range of minus 1 to 0. Now for the range of 0 to 1, its value will be minus 2 plus 1 means minus 1 plus 0 means overall its answer will be minus 1 for the range of 0 to 1. And after 1, its value will be minus 2 plus 1 means minus 1 plus 1 means 0. So after 1, its value will becomes equals to 0. So overall answer will be like this. For minus 1 to 0, its amplitude will be 1. And for 0 to 1, its amplitude will be minus 1. So this is the final output signal. So this way we can find out any signal by taking number of signals, addition, subtraction, or by taking the different operation on the signals.